As we are still in the middle of a dreadfully long summer break here for MotoGP, I wanted to hit you with a couple of news items. You know, just to keep those MotoGP juices flowing. And if you're not already, you should for sure like, follow, share, mash all the buttons so you get all the MotoGP content you can handle all season long. So let's start off with the bad news, at least for the British fans who were hoping to see a British rider on a MotoGP bike this season at Silverstone. Sadly, Cal Crutchlow is still recovering from injury and won't be able to make that Yamaha wildcard spot he'd hoped to at his home Grand Prix. He will be replaced by former Moto2 world champion and current superbike rider Remy Gardner, who just filled in for Alex Rins. So can the British fans really be that upset? I mean, an Australian, a Brit, what's the difference? Elsewhere in the paddock, Pedro Acosta was asked to rate his first half of his MotoGP rookie year, and he says, well, kind of 4.5 out of 10. Now, I know we all tend to be our own harshest critics, and I don't think Pedro Acosta is much of an exception when it comes to that. And you have to admit, since some early kind of fireworks, it's kind of cooled off over there at KTM. Hopefully they can get that figured out and they can be back at the fight at the front, challenging Ducati on that podium once again. Really hoping for a rookie year win from Pedro Acosta, but we shall see. And finally, maybe the whole Kazakhstan Grand Prix will it, won't it drama will finally be put to bed because they have announced a replacement Grand Prix for Kazakhstan. For those who haven't been following along, the Kazakhstan Grand Prix was first delayed, pushed to later in the calendar, but it didn't look like there was really any room until the Indian Grand Prix was canceled and was put into that spot, only to be canceled itself and replaced with a Qatar round. Nope, that wasn't going to work either. And now we're saying there's going to be a second race in Misano. Okay, got it. So a second Misano Grand Prix will follow immediately behind the original first Misano Grand Prix, and it will take the place of Kazakhstan. Wait a minute, no. There's a bicycle race there in between, so we have to take a week off. Then we go to Misano again. But that exact same weekend, only 250 kilometers away, World Superbike is running that weekend. So they're going to run two races in the same country in the same weekend. I'm sure that's going to go great. Oh, and don't forget, the very next week, they got to be in Indonesia. They got to hightail it out of there like nobody's business. Oh, MotoGP 2024, the drama gift that just keeps on giving.